All right, y'all, I'm back trying to get some fantasy players, man. This was your suggestion. So Jackson Mack here wanted this fantasy football. So let's get it cracking. Right now, we only got myself and three others. We need 20 teams to y'all fantasy players. All y'all fantasy football players, come on, get with it. After this video, leave your email address. I'll delete it once I get your email within a week or whenever we fill up the free one. When we get 20 teams in the free one, I will send you guys invites for the paid one. I'm probably going to do $25 entry fee. More than likely, it's going to be a 25 whatever. Again, I don't get no money from this, and Yahoo don't get no money from it. It's 100% giving back to the players. I guess maybe Yahoo invests our money for a couple of months, I guess, and then so that's what they get out of it. So I don't get nothing out of it. I'm doing this because you guys asked me to do it, and so I'm doing it. And much we do it. Buffering again, damn man, it don't show me no buffering. Still buffering? Well, let me see something. Let me check. I don't know. Maybe it should shit this buffering. I don't know. So I said I was gonna come back to talk about the conspiracies, how people are so bored with their own lives. But first, I want to say, just got off the phone with Rockhead from Compton. So I want to give a shout out to Rockhead. We had a nice intellectual conversation. I want to give a shout out to Baby Wee Dog. I ran across Baby Wee Dog today. We had some nice conversation. Good to see a homie raising his kid. Great thing, great thing. And I want to give a shout out to Melly Mel because Melly Mel's name is ringing, and it's been ringing ever since he came on Sunday. So shout out to Melly Mel for embracing the platform and giving out history and shouting out all your Elm Street and Luda Park partners over the years. So got everybody talking about it. So shout out to Melly Mel, Rockhead, and Baby Weed Dog. What up, y'all? Um, when some more people get in here, I'll talk about the conspiracy theory thing. You know, people being so bored with their lives, they don't have nothing to do with their lives. And so they get caught up in these real life online drama situations, the hype and all that shit. My man called him Mellow Mel. You must be little too pretty kidding. You must have came up under too pretty kidding. But yeah, man, I want to talk about that shit. Rockhead put something in my ear that I really never paid attention to, but I've always talked about the numbers and the subscribers. And Rockhead was just telling me, amongst other things, he was just telling me how it's crazy how this platform is only getting so many views and so many people come check out the lives, but you look at some of these European platforms and it's like 2 and 3 million people, and their versions is watered down and copycat questions and sort of copycat interviews, like taking my style. And so Rockhead was opinioning that he opinioned the fact that, well, not a fact, but his opinion that some of these European platforms are going to start not only taking the line of questioning from this platform, but also the information and start using the information on their own platforms and their own projects, but won't give Mac videos a bigger platform or send people to this channel for traffic and authentic information. So I thought that was interesting that Rocky had brought that up because it's very well a possibility. But we're not gonna worry about that, man. Yeah, it does happen like that. But like I say, I'm an innovator and I got so many different angles to bring. A lot of people are buying subscribers, but I don't think all of them are buying subscribers because if you get caught buying subscribers, they're gonna cancel your channel. I done seen people complaining about their channel was canceled and from buying likes and buying subscribers. So I don't think so, but some I believe that to be true because I've seen some with 2 million or 1 million subscribers, and they might get 40,000 views. And it's like, how the hell you only getting 40,000 views? Mac videos can get 40,000 views and barely got more than 40,000 subscribers. So yeah, I believe a lot of people are buying subscribers without doubt, but I don't think they all are. My man, the Art of War, want to hear about the conspiracy theory. It's all just my opinion, which is probably factual, but it's just an opinion that I got. But I'm gonna wait. It's only 27 people in here, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till there's more people in here. Give people a chance to come in and check me out live. I got a few emails and text messages about people not getting their notifications. Be aware that I got two channels. Be aware there's the main channel with the blue logo, and then there's the live streams and things with the black logo. So you have to be subscribed to both and turn your bell on in order to get your notifications. What's up, Babyface Lokester? I seen you in earlier, but what's up, homeboy? Um, what else? And then too, it's a bad time on a Friday. I know everybody getting high, getting drunk, going to pay bills, going to buy a beer or whatever, go get them something to eat. They got some money, they got paid today, so it's a bad time. It's not my regular time, so I understand why it's not a lot of people in here. I picked a bad time. I could have did this later tonight, but well, I'm not doing nothing, and I thought about it, and I'm back sitting down where I'm able to do it right now. I figured I'd do it now. But I'm calling out all fantasy football players. You guys urged me to start a fantasy football league. After this video is posted, leave your email address so I can invite you to the fantasy league. Let me know when you leave your email address if you're trying to be in the free league, the paid league, or both, so I'll know who to invite. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jay and everybody else? All right, we up to 35. I'm gonna wait till we get to about 60. And it ain't nothing important. It's just me shooting the shit like always. Nothing I do is important anyway. So don't care if I think it would be a good idea to make a video on a big channel to let them know about this. I started to do that earlier, but I decided I'll wait till I have a special guest or something important. Then I'll tell them all to come over here. Because after all, this is the channel that you guys asked me to start a fantasy football league. It wasn't the other channel, so I'll do that at another time, another date. I'll let everybody over there know about this channel because we do got like a 13 or 14,000 new subscribers. So you're absolutely right. By the way, we done reached 54,000 subscribers on the other channel, so pat myself on the back for that. Give Baby S and Melly Mel, Baby Crazy, everybody a shout out for getting to 54,000 subscribers, helping me get there, helping the platform get there, and helping and all you guys too for helping us get there. 54,000 is a far cry from the 27,000 I used to have at one point. So it's growing, it's steady growing, steady growing. Thought about what you said today. The market is saturated, but competitors entering the market is part of the business. I mean, like I said, I probably gave like a mixed point of view. What's up, Jimmy Lavender? I probably got a mixed point of view or gave you guys like a mixed signal. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good. I think it's a great thing. Names, the faces, like oversaturates the market. You know, that's what I was saying. Like now, just anybody can give a gang interview, which has always been the case. But I'm saying, as far as Mac videos, I tried to bring reputables, names that I heard coming up, names that a lot of you guys from Southern California or in the state of California's prison system heard about. Names that was in like Tookie's book and Monster's book, you know, Loco's book. I try to bring C from Harlem's book. I try to bring those names because we're trying to build on the history of the Crips and Bloods, Pyros, Hoovers, you know, the whole Southern California gang culture, particularly Los Angeles County. And now you're just seeing anybody talk. And they be like, hey, Mac, did you see OG Pee Wee the fifth? No, who's OG Pee Wee the Fifth? Never heard of him. Oh, he has a great interview, and it's like Sky has no significance to LA history. Now, as far as having a story to tell, then that's something different because we all have a story to tell. We all lived our own lives. We all see things from different perspectives, and so that's great to bring that to the channel or to YouTube or any platform, TV, radio, what have you. But what I was trying to build upon was the legacy, the origins of the Crips and Bloods. So those are the type of names and people, faces, putting faces to names that I have been bringing to you guys. But again, so yeah, it's oversaturated now. It's like people we never even heard of, at least in my era, never even heard of these dudes, and now they all getting an interview. And that doesn't exclude the snitches and the pedophiles and what have you. Now, if you missed the live earlier, I was saying that you're gonna get that in this culture. What up, G Miller? You're gonna get that in this culture because it's part of culture. We was brought up participating in criminal activity, and once upon a time the rules weren't set in stone, and then the rules were set in stone, then the rules were broken, and now basically there damn near are no rules to this shit no more. But um, so we try to wean that out and not glorify those type of people or use them to as you know. Um, Try to use them too often. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm to the point now where I want to get away from almost all of that and concentrate on other assets or other aspects of the gang culture, which overall is LA's urban culture. So that would be dancing like pop, locking, popping, locking, and what have you. Graffiti, the taggers, the painters, throwing up burners, bombs. Um, Low riders. I gave y'all the majestic picnic 2 years ago, New Year's, a year and a half ago. Um, I got this thing about pigeons because I raised pigeons for more than half my life. Um, Pit bulls because we grew up fighting pit bulls, stealing pit bulls, selling pit bulls, breeding pit bulls, and all that type of stuff. Um, just anything, rapping, building go karts, that type of shit. So we could get away from all this serious type shit. So everybody don't be serious and egos be so fragile and people comparing one person to another so often. Um, so I'm going to incorporate all of that into Mac videos. After all, it's Mac's videos. You know what I'm saying? So these are the videos that I intend to bring to you guys once again because I feel like the market is oversaturated. It's not about the new people joining or anything like that. It's just so many channels. Even people that was doing rap or doing history now. People that was just doing some goofy, silly young kids are doing history now. People that aren't even from California coming to California doing history now, doing gangs now. You're not even from here, don't even know what questions to ask. The shit sounds Mickey to me, and so it also watered down the interviewee, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have somebody solid, such as a Trey D from Long Beach, a Big U from 60s, um, other guys like that from Compton and surrounding areas, and the questions be so Mickey, it makes the interviewee like turned down and like makes you question. I see from the comments, people question why are these people even doing interviews with some of these other guys, these Russians or European outlets, which is cool because they got the most subscribers and they bring the most attention. You know what I'm saying? But it's different because I'm part of the culture and I'm not trying to exploit the culture and I try to edit things out that shouldn't be said and I don't ask interrogating questions, just trying to have fun and share the history with you guys. Because when we're dead and gone, we won't have that history no more. So thanks to Mac videos, we can get some of this history as close to the originals as possible, get some of these stories from the horse's mouth And these stories can be passed down from generation to generation without a fourth and fifth party putting their own spin on the shit. You could come right here and see these type of people face to face, well, face to phone or face to computer or face to TV, but get the actual stories from the person's mouth. Be it whether they credible or not, that's up to you. But I'll try to help you guys see who's credible and who's not without shitting on nobody or challenging anybody's information. But some things are common sense. And, this is one of the channels where you can't really fool everybody like you can on some of the other channels. People here are well aware of the audience and the content. And so it's not so likely that they will come here and just fabricate a story, make some shit up, or pretend to be a writer when they was a buster and shit like that. Whereas some of these other channels, who are these people? Like nobody even know that guy that from the era of the real gang banging back in the days, late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, you know what I mean, before the peace treaty or pre 94, you know what I'm saying? Because shit really changed in that era of 92 to 94. Shit really changed, but the homicide rate was still high back then. The black population was still larger back then. And gentrification hadn't started in Southern California yet. So it's a big difference nowadays, you know what I'm saying? From the language, the dress style, the drugs, the big homies, um, the integrity, the loyalty, the whole nine, the whole get out. So anyway, what's up, Jimmy Lavender? What's up, G Miller? I see y'all checking in. Um, but what I wanted to talk about besides, don't forget to join Fantasy Football, send me your email address so I can invite you, was the fact that you got so many conspiracy theorists on the internet now. You got so many hecklers. I would like to call them Heckle and Jekyll, but since we've been doing pop locking, no disrespect to the pop lockers named Heckle and Jekyll. With life, people are. I can hook you guys up, man. You guys having a sidebar while I'm live. I can slide you guys each other's numbers if y'all can just give me a minute and quit hitting each other back and forth while I'm live and distracting me and distracting the viewers. Um, with all due respect, but people are so bored with their own lives. Their life is so boring or don't even have a life because all they do is sit on a computer or a cell phone all day. And far away from Los Angeles as possible, we're talking 3,000 miles, 5,000 miles away from LA. And everybody want to weigh in on what's going on in LA, right? David Miller, good looking out. 303 Live, what up, man? Real ones checking in. I see you. I see you. I recognize. So what happens is you you bite into them, you repeat them as fact, and you have nothing else to go by because you don't know how the culture operates. You don't know the inside dealings of gang culture in Los Angeles, and so you just fall for anything, and it sounds good to you, so you start repeating it. Next thing you know, you cussing people out that don't agree with you on the internet and disrespecting them and talking shit because the theory you heard, you believed, and you got fooled, you got duped, and you took it and you ran with it. And now you're repeating it as fact when it's in actuality, it's not a fact. It's just some dumb theory that somebody came up with or even made up and got you dummies to bite into it. And so that's what I was talking about nowadays. The conspiracy theories are so out of hand. Um, People want to make things interesting if somebody's killed or somebody's robbed, um, or a new platform pops up, or even a platform disappears. People want to make up something or believe something so dramatic as happens. Like somebody really sat down and thought of these unique ways to take somebody out or unique reasons to take somebody out. And you just throw anybody in there. You know what I'm saying? I've always said Fake is the new real. You know what I'm saying? And even as far as snitching go in the street, a real dude has been a stand up dude. People pointing fingers at calling them snitches now. And then you got dudes that have been stand up dudes that are rats now or been rats and we didn't know they was rats and people call them the realest thing, the realest nigga around, So we need to really get away from that real nigga because everybody that seems real ain't real. And everybody you think is a buster or a snitch ain't necessarily a buster or a snitch. But not to get away from the conspiracy theory. So what happens is people love drama. That's why you have reality show TVs. You got Basketball Wives and all the Kardashians, all these real so-called um, reality shows, and they just throw drama in them. That's what people buying into now. That's what people like and buy into. So we have a new culture. We have a new era of people of youngsters that's actually brought up in this era. So they seeing fake shit, seeing stage shit, and think it's real and vice versa. You know what I mean? But a lot of these conspiracies are so out of hand and don't make sense and contradict themselves. And the one that really kills me is when somebody say it don't make sense why a store owner would be at a store. It don't make sense why somebody that wanted a t-shirt would be at a store to get a t-shirt. You know, what don't make sense about that? Since when have a store owner not showed up to a store? When has somebody trying to buy a t-shirt not showed up at a store to sell t-shirts? What don't make sense about that? Um, I seen somebody talking about how long an individual has been out and whatnot. Just so you know, particularly you females on YouTube. Just so you females on YouTube that aren't from California, that want to get a bunch of views and subscribers off of somebody's death, you want to cash in off somebody's death. Um, Let me tell you this. When you are a lifer, which means life in prison, but not necessarily life in prison, but life in prison, that number before the life, 25 to life or what have you. You do your 25 years or how many ever years you do, right? So now you come home. They don't just throw you in the street. You don't just parole and go to your mama's house or your nephew's house or your brother's house or your own house. You go to a halfway house or a transitional home. Okay, so so you're still under somebody else's watch. There's still rules you have to follow. You're on parole or you're on probation, depending if it's state or federal. Right? I'm speaking on California. I don't know how other states operate. So when a person say he's fresh out, he's only been home a month. That means he's been out of the halfway house a month or the transitional home a month. It doesn't mean he walked out of prison a month ago. He had to do 6 months or up to a year in one of these facilities. So you can't just say because somebody say he was fresh home, that don't mean he just walked out of prison. You know what I mean? Um, so you need to know that. You know what I'm saying? You need to know that. Like if somebody pour a glass of soda with ice in it and they drink all the soda, then the ice melts. You don't tell that person he didn't drink all the soda. There's still something in there because it's water. And so a person coming home from prison, it don't mean he's been on the street free for 7 months. It means he's no longer in a halfway house or what have you. And then I seen somebody saying that a particular guy involved in that was there when Nipsey was shot is was saying that he could only be given immunity if he was a part of a crime. And so a particular individual that was there is part of a crime. Well, you're wrong, but you're sort of right. I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong at. You're wrong because this guy didn't commit a crime. When you're on parole, especially a lifer, and you're shot, or you come in contact with the police, or you're around gang members, that's a violation of your parole. So that's the crime right there. That's the crime. It doesn't mean this person committed a crime. It doesn't mean this person participated in a homicide or a conspiracy to commit homicide. It doesn't mean this person was an active participant in a homicide. So, ladies on YouTube that's throwing out all these fake conspiracies for views and monetization, learn the law, learn the system. Reach out to somebody in California and ask them how the law works before you go putting this shit all over YouTube. You know what I mean? So immunity would probably be given to somebody that's facing a parole violation, especially a lifer, because the violation could be more than a year. You know what I mean? Um, so just so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, call Larry Parker or somebody. Call Christopher Darden or somebody and get your facts right before you go reciting shit. And then you got hundreds of thousands of weak minded people that aren't even from Los Angeles or California. And they bite into your theories and they repeat this shit over and over as if it's a fact. You know, how does this spice up your life? How does it help your life? You know, other than some monetization for the person with the YouTube channel or a news channel, I get it. But you don't even see this shit on the news because it's so stupid and so irresponsible of people that have their own channels that's reciting this shit as fact. Um, so that's why it's not on the news. That's why it's not on TMZ or CNN or Fox News or local news, ABC, CBS, NBC, and nowhere else. It's only on YouTube. And and it kills me. It Let's go out on a limb and say I'm wrong. But it kills me when I see the people that's saying certain individuals haven't been killed. They didn't see no blood. There was no sheet over a person's head. We didn't see the autopsy. Who are you to have to see this or know this? Who are you that people have to prove to you somebody's dead? And how do they prove it? You know, there's a thing called a viewing or a funeral that you can attend to see if a person's still living or not. Did you know that? Did you even know that you could view a body or attend a wake or a funeral? Did you know that? It's like, how old are you guys just saying this dumb shit? And what type of people are you that believe all this bullshit? Like, how could you be so weak minded that you believe somebody that not only doesn't know the lifestyle, doesn't know anybody, any of the parties involved, um, or even seen the murder scene or know anybody that was at the murder scene? Like, how could you believe these sick individuals that's trying to capitalize off somebody's death like that? The shit is like irate. It's ignorant to me. It's crazy. And and then like you guys don't even respect the court of law. Like what you have to go through the court before all this stuff comes out. Um, I've read about that. I really don't remember what I read, but I seen about the red and the blue corner, Republican, Democrat. I've also been told by BGF back in the day that red and blue, the American flag, red for the Bloods, blue for the Crips, and white for the man that wants the red and the blue to continue to fight. How significant is, I don't know. I don't know how significant that is. How significant are numbers? I don't know how significant numbers are. But Nipsey Hussle was killed on 3/31/19. You turn 3/31/19 around and you get 911. 33. Nipsey was killed, 33 years old, and a 911 call went out for this. How significant? I don't know. We could turn my birthday around and it's crazy. I don't know what this means, but if you turn my birth date around, what you actually get is you actually get my mother and her brother's birth year and I forget what else you get out of that. But whatever. Let me see. Let me write it down. I don't remember what the 86 is, but the rest is my mother and my uncle's birthday. What that mean? I don't know. I don't know the significance of that. I mean, I'm not saying nothing wrong with it or anything right with it. I'm just saying. I see people just doing all kind of shit, coming up with all kind of excuses or superstitions or numerical combinations, and it's like it's crazy to me. But yeah, police sirens red and blue, and some of them is got white or appears to have white, and you know what I mean. So I don't know the significance of that either. But nevertheless, yeah, I have read something about the red and blue corner dealing with the Democrats and Republicans. All you got to do is Google it, but I would need a refresher course on that. You know what? One thing you learn in California's prison system when you walk up in there is that we all breathe the same air and we all die alike. You know what I mean? We all bleed. So, some people may be more special than others, but at the end of the day, man is man and we all die. We are all born, we all breathe, we all die. So, I don't even know what the significance of none of this shit is no more. I'm so fucked up right now just thinking about all my dead homies and all these people that want to talk about their deaths, talk about murder. It's like when I turn on the TV, it's so many different murder channels now. I think states, it's like, wow, it's just everywhere. So I find myself watching murder mysteries and murder shows all the time now, even when I don't want to. But it's crazy to see people trying to cash in on other people's death all the time. It's like, wow, man, like at least spit some facts, at least spit the truth if you're gonna spit it at all. And sometimes that's not even good. It's a lot of things I can speak on, but I opt not to speak on them, or I choose to not go into depth. You know what I'm saying? Not go into depth about certain situations, and even with the history I explained earlier. I don't want everything. I don't want to know everything. I just want to touch the basics so you guys can learn your history. I don't need to know who killed who or who's at war with who. I don't need to know all that shit. That shit ain't my business. And it shouldn't be none of your business neither. You know what I mean? Um, and I was laughing at a comment earlier, right? I'm all over the place now, right? Or do you look at it like I just touched on fantasy football and conspiracy theorists? I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place though. But I want to share this with you. On my last live, mind your own, you live long. My brother had married this woman, and her mother used to always say, I'm minding my own business as you should mind yours. So I'm always freestyling anyway. But I'm glad you're feeling it. But look, so on my last live, I seen with Crip Crazy, the female from Palm and Oak, and she said her name. I mean, she said her age in the comments, so I can repeat her age now. She said she was 43. Now, somebody made a comment earlier that it was their birthday, and I wished them a happy birthday, and they said they was an OG now because they 50, right? And so I kind of joked and shit. And she left a comment. She said, well, she's 43, but she put somebody that's 50 on the hood. So does that make her OG now? And I laughed at that. I laughed at that because a lot of people have their own definition of what an OG is. And, the definition changes from time to time, person to person, city to city, state to state. Um, but you don't just become a real legitimate OG based on age. And then, according to some people, even if you did put in work and get stripes, you're still not a G if you don't give back to the community or you don't try to turn this shit around. So, Again, everybody got their own definition. I'm not gonna try to make up no definition. I was just raised on it was original gangster. Actually original. The gangster part got thrown on later somewhere, somehow. But it was original. And then it became original gangster. And then the double OG and triple OG and all that shit. But what questions y'all got for me, man? Y'all got a question? It'd be cool if you highlight your question, man. $2, $3, something like that. So I can um, make sure home is taken care of and go out and get you guys some more interviews. But if you can, highlight your question. If not, don't worry about it. This is a free platform for everybody. But go on, ask your question. I know y'all got some questions for me. Come on, man. Y'all had a million questions for Melly Mel. So ask him like a question. Don't ask me when did I start banging or when did I get off the porch or who put me on, what I had to do to get put on. Ask a serious question. Ask me a sports question, some shit we can have some fun with. A fantasy football question or some shit. Or who was my favorite interview or some shit. Compton, Mississippi. I heard the hell out of that. Mississippi is just like Compton. No balls, no nets. Picking the Patriots to win it all again. I don't know, man. That's crazy, right? They are saying the Patriots have a great chance of repeating. Just based on the word repeating, I don't see it. Based on Brady being older, I don't see that either. Based on no Grunt, I don't see that neither. But I think we got a few good pickups this year that should be helpful. I think we have the right help to contend without question. Seahawks are always contenders. As long as you got Russell Wilson, who I call Sierra Wilson, as long as you got Pete Carroll, who I think is a great coach, but a gambling coach. So yeah, um, but I always marvel at Seahawk fans. Like, where did all the Seahawk fans go that was in California a few years ago? Like they just disappeared. Before the Rams even came back, Seahawk fans just disappeared. After Patriots whooped their ass in the Super Bowl, it's like no more Seahawk fans in California no more. What the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you dudes? Marked out, good looking out, Kelman. Two PK cousin interview gonna be fire. You think so? I wish you could call in. I can't wait to get a podcast. When I get a podcast, I promise you guys can call in. Instead of commenting, we'll just talk. But I don't know if it's gonna be fire, but I think it's good. I'm gonna let you guys decide if it's fire or not. But I think it's gonna be good. I think I asked a couple of good questions that you guys want to know answers to. He's only like 60 years old, so he can't give you the honcho information. He can't give you the a head honcho interview, but he has a great memory, knows everybody in Compton. Um, when I say everybody, he's met or he knows just about everybody in Compton. So it's definitely a good interview, or probably a good, much anticipated interview to see. But your head honchos, your bitter dog Brunos, um, guys like that, Marcellus, you know what I mean? Even the neighborhood Comptons in the Santana block was good. Okay, now I wanna address something real quick without trying to say nobody's hood, but you guys asked me about Keefe D's interview earlier on Vlad TV. All right. And I said I noticed a few things about the first two parts of the video. Well, one being that Keefe D said, if I remember correctly, I should have wrote it down, but if I remember correctly, Keefe D said his hood started in 72. which is early. He also said Vlad talked him into it. Obviously, somebody's been talking to Vlad, or Vlad been watching my videos, because Vlad said it wasn't Crips yet, though, right? And Keefe D said they wasn't Crips. So, that means a lot if you understand where I'm going with that. He said he mentioned the U.S. boys. He said the U.S. boys wasn't Crips. He also mentioned it was the U.S. boys in '72. Pay attention to that shit. And I'm not saying because Vlad is, I need one too. So I ain't talking about nobody's teeth shit. I need a dentist my damn self. Regular old dude, good looking out. It's a cool networking party tomorrow in Gardena. 100% sure that they would love to see you there. DM, I'll DM you the flyer. I don't think I got nothing planned tomorrow. So I may be able to show up tomorrow, but I wouldn't bring my camera because I wasn't invited. I don't know who's going to be there. You know what I mean? I don't know how people are about cameras. Plus, a lot of these other dudes is probably going to show up anyway. He called it Vladimir Putin. Dude said Keefe Dennis. No, so it's Southside Kim always on here talking about this and that. Southside with a C, and he's not even in America, but he always got something to say. He can't help himself. Always weighing in on Compton politics. Had a 13 behind Southside. Ain't no Southside 13 Crip in Compton. You feel me? So that tell you a little bit about dude um, from the Philippines or wherever the hell he's from. I believe it's the Philippines or Paris. But, and that ain't to say nothing bad about him, but it is to say, got a dude in another country weighing in on Compton and California and Crip politics. And he don't know what the hell he's talking about. He think he know what the hell he's talking about when he don't. So you guys got to beware of people like that as well. You know what I'm saying? That stir some shit up and challenge people. I seen him challenging Rockhead. I seen him challenging Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying? And I seen him saying that people's stories aren't right, don't sound right, not accurate, and people need to step up and correct their history. Dude, you don't know what's correct and what ain't correct. Who are you to tell these dudes that participated in Compton wars or prison wars to step up and correct anything? You don't even know what the hell's true and what ain't true. So to people like you cool and everything, but I say you cool with me, I mean, but I say stay out of our politics, stay out of our business. Just learn, dude. Sit back and learn. You feel me? Learn. Once you feel like you've learned it, you know, quote your sources. Say you got this from whoop de whoop and that from whoop de whoop, but don't go saying some shit like really shooting these dudes down. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that lived with a cool reputation and sharing history, and then you quick to shoot them down. You don't know the real from what ain't real. If you know what's real, you wouldn't be calling Paris Southside 13. You wouldn't be putting a 13 behind a Crip gang, you know what I'm saying? Or putting a city from another country in front of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're some type of offshoot, tell us your history. Tell us about Paris Southside 13, but don't tell us about anything Crip related in Compton. Especially if you're challenging people that been on this platform. I got their back. You know what I mean? So it's people like you I want to just cease and desist, however you say it. Cease and desist, stop it. Just stop it, dude. Just stop it. And a cold part, and I know this because people screenshot shit and send it to me. The cold part, you guys be on other channels attacking the credibility of people on this platform. But notice nobody attacks my credibility. So if my credibility is intact, I say you should at least give the people that I let on this platform the chance, the possibility that they're credible as well. You know what I mean? Now, people gonna always put their own spin on things. People gonna always be generation, their community, their city, their county. You know what I mean? That's just normal shit. But to say somebody got to explain something to you or explain something to other people on this platform, that's some bullshit. Everybody got their own story and they can tell it in the way they want to tell it, and I'm going to let them tell it. So if you attack their story or what they saying, attack me for letting them on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Attack me if you think I'm supporting or backing up their story or anything. Attack me like you guys used to do. Obviously, it's a reason why you don't do it no more. Obviously, I began to make my mark as far as the platform, the credibility, the people that I bring to the platform, and what have you. Sly Fox? No, I never been a Sly Fox. I don't even know what Sly Fox is. Ain't no question 303 life. No question. But I be, now it's to the point where I be having fun on this shit. I be having fun. I'm not so serious no more. My ego's not so fragile. The jokes don't hurt me like they used to. Because now I feel like you guys are family. I feel like you guys are part of the movement. I feel like you guys are loyalists. I feel like we all on the same team because we all have some of the same goals in mind, you know. So y'all can joke with me. Y'all can clown with me. I let y'all come on the show. Melly Mel, what's up, bro? How you doing? So I let you guys come in and share the platform so you can feel like you're a part of it and be a part of it, you know. Um, I just ask that you guys don't be throwing names and gangs out there that you want me to interview, because then other people, which you will agree, are watching. They hiding, they peeking. They got a towel over their eyes and shit, so you don't know who they are, but they're watching, and I don't want you guys to give them an advantage. Let them be one up on me and beat us to people we're interviewing. I even tripped off Melly Mel's interview. Of course, Melly Mel didn't know because I haven't discussed it with him or nobody else. But Melly Mel was naming some people that we're probably going to talk to. And um, again, it wasn't on purpose, but people will try to jump over us, jump over Melly Mel and Kev Mack and Baby S and Crazo and go grab them interviews. So y'all got to be careful throwing names and gangs out there. All you got to do is send me your email address in the comments or email me at my email address. You know what I mean? And then we could go from there. You ever watch Doberman Gang? Yep. I used to want a Doberman, and we had a Doberman, and I used to want to teach my Doberman how to go get the money from the bank. Yep. And that's how impactful TV is. And that's why I'm telling you guys, YouTube channels are impactful to attacking weak minds, distorting history, distorting the truth. Hold on, somebody's texting me. Hold on. All right. Are we working now? My bad. I kept getting a text. I had to answer that text. But I can't see your comments. Okay, now I see them. I see them now. Yeah, maybe you didn't hear me, but I said, hold on. I said, I'll be right back. I had to answer some text. Mellow Mail, TPK, what's up, Big Cam, Earl Mason, Maniacs, and all. What up, Eric Gayton? Got that California logo on. Yeah, but I used to watch the Doberman Gang, man. Everybody from Compton always touches on OG Turtle. He seems like an interesting dude. I know he's dead, but you should do a special on just him. Linwood neighborhoods, they ready. Okay. There I go. Went against my own rule, didn't I? Just got off work, checking in live from Dallas. Good shit, King Care. Oh, good looking out, bro. Appreciate it. We all on the learning curve, bro. This shit is new to me too. This shit is new to me. Um, it's new to me. But Melly Mel, of all people, you, I was with you. I was riding with you, and you seen what happened when we went to Luders Park. Um, so you know there's people trying to jump in front of me. You know, we had an incident with AC Baba Louie, and then that person went and bragged about being first, this and that and the other. So it's a competition to some people. Though we may not be in competition, we have to be aware there is a competition. And you know, I'm gonna give props to Vlad because Vlad had issued a statement that I read that somebody sent me, where Vlad said he never, the rule of thumb, never tell people who he's going to interview until he gets the interview on camera. Now, once he has the interview on camera, it no longer matters. So, yeah, we don't want to give people, what's the word, like a manuscript. We don't want to give them the script to where they know where we're going and what's next and run in front of us. The only reason why I've been vocal about getting more of the urban community, our lifestyles growing up, and just the Southern California vibe is because I want people to know where to hide, flip it. I don't know what the hell is going on. What's wrong? Is it cool? I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I did that just to let people know that that's where I want to go. I want to prepare people so they don't think that I'm stealing somebody else's style or that type of shit, or I didn't come up with the idea. And there's so many people in California that um, it could be anybody that I'm interviewing. They don't know who I'm interviewing. You know what I'm saying? They could know what I'm gonna interview about. So, or I might even lie and shit. Tell a motherfucker that I'm gonna interview some cow shit next, a cow owner or some shit. But yeah, so Vlad, I give props to Vlad for even putting that out there and reassuring me that that's the way to go, is not let people know. Good looking out 303. I appreciate you, bro. Um, so yeah, uh, what I was trying to say earlier before I distracted myself is we're trying to have fun with this shit. Me and Melly Mel, we could joke and laugh too, pretty Kenny. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna just call it my freeway, or not even mine. I'm gonna just call it a freeway. It ain't even about being in my own lane no more because when you're in your lane, what do? You switch lanes. You know what I'm saying? You got the number one lane, the number two, the three, the four, maybe the five. So there's multiple lanes. And so that's what I'm saying. I want to drive down a freeway that has multiple lanes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get stuck in one lane. You feel me? YouTube Memphis. Good looking out. Appreciate all you do, bro. What up? Good looking out. Appreciate that YouTube Memphis. I enjoyed Memphis when I was out there. Is it too early to talk about strip clubs or the sisters in Memphis or them South Memphis grimy gold teeth dread wearing dudes in Memphis like in the projects with broken windows and shit? Boy, they get you. They get you real quick. They get you real quick. Or the women with all the tattoos and scars and bullet wounds in the strip clubs. Like, damn, man. Like, Memphis is cracking. They so black in Memphis. I love that shit. They really black. Like, that's really a chocolate city, man. I love that shit. The police are black. The bailiffs are black. That's just crazy. Like, in California, you, you're going to see a, and racist, yeah. It's still racist. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. You see a lot of black folks work, black mayors, black chiefs of police. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't plan on coming back to Memphis for the simple fact my father passed, and I don't get along with my auntie. So, and my cousin moved away from Memphis, so I don't really see myself going to Memphis no time soon. There is one interview that I want from Memphis, from the Damu side, but he don't seem like he's too much Big ear sound. He don't seem like he's too much interested in doing Kid Mac videos. But it would be nice. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if Little Caesar could get in his ear and holler at him. Memphis do got all kind of gangs. Memphis is one of them cities that got where they drawing pitchforks with LA gangs and crowns and all that shit. I'm like, what is that shit? Like what? Like they mixing Crips and Bloods with some Chicago gang shit in Memphis. So I don't understand that shit. So I'm not trying to come to Memphis on none of that type shit. That's what I'm not trying to do. Memphis used to be a good city to hustle in. Like a lot of people was hustling in Memphis and getting higher prices than California. So yeah, it's vice lords and all. Like I said, I seen all kind of shit being drawn with some LA gang shit, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Like you run across one of them, you could bang Chicago or LA on them, and they might be cool with you. Like what the fuck? Or you might really say the wrong gang. They might be enemies of both the motherfuckers you writing on the wall. Like I don't know. But yeah, KM videos is more turned into more of a family atmosphere where we all down together. You know what I'm saying? Memphis soul food is the bomb. Now, if I was going to talk about anything in Memphis that was really enjoyable, was the Southern soul food. The soul food was off the chain. Off the chain. I even went to a buffet. I went to a buffet in Memphis and a buffet in Mississippi. And it's like, you would never imagine on the West Coast going to a buffet and the soul food is fire. Like, a buffet on the West Coast is like the chow hall in prison. Like, whatever they give you is going to be bland, like, no seasoning. Don't put your foot into it. You're not going to like anything. But I didn't experience that in Memphis and Mississippi. It was like the cooks really put their foot into it, really put some spices in the shit. So, saltpeter food, soft peter food. Is that what you're talking about? Memphis got possum burgers. What the fuck? And interstate barbecue off the chain. I mean, Memphis was the first place I ever seen selling chicken in a gas station, like buffalo wings in a gas station. I had never seen no shit like that. So I would get up and I would either take Pops or I go by myself or have Pops go pick me up some buffalo wings from a gas station. That shit was like so crazy to me. Like, for real? Like, they could even cook good at a gas station? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Melly Mel, Melly Mel. This is a classic moment. This is a historic moment right now. Melly Mel, the professor, donated via live stream. Good looking out, Melly Mel. Um, that show you did, that shit was cool, man. Obviously, everybody's still talking about it. That was Sunday. Here it is Friday, and people still talking about Melly Mel live. So that was good shit. It even made me think, you know, that maybe it's time for a Melly Mel one on one. Maybe it's time to do Melly Mel one on one, and I ask you some questions. You know what I mean? I actually wanted to get away from a Melly Mel interview. I've been trying my best to stay away from a Melly Mel interview because I don't want to overuse the same people on the platform. But I mean, when people like you, they like you, man. You can't take that back. If they like you, they like you. You know, they like when you name drop. They like the way you wear your waves. You know what I'm saying? Um, they just like Melly Mel. Well, you got a couple of haters to be like, Mel don't ever shut up, or we seen enough of Mel and Mel's in everybody interviews, but overall, I'd have to say probably 93%. So that's like 7 out of 100. I think that's wrong. I'm gonna say 97%, 3 out of 100. Love Melly Mel. And when people get at me, they say they can't get enough of Melly Mel. I even seen some comments of people saying they could listen to Melly Mel all day. So that's a good thing. You got like your Melly Mels, your Cutes, um, Rockhead, and even Little Caesar. I've seen people say they could listen to him all day. Pretty Boy, another one. Um, so that's good for the channel. That's good for the culture. I like that. Melly Mel's connected. I don't think nobody can dispute that. Melly Mel know every damn body. Melly Mel know the blue side and the red side. He know LA side. He know the Compton side. He know the Hoovers, the OG East sides, the OG West sides. Melly Mel know every damn body, man. You know what I mean? But dude that Too Pretty Kenny's cousin knows Melly Mel and Melly Mel know him. So interesting to run across two characters that know each other and pretty much tell the same story about different pockets of Compton. So that's another testament to Melly Mel's accuracy and not speaking outside of the box, outside of what he knows or witnessed. Eric Gayton, man, you never got at me through Walmart, bro. I never got that Walmart to Walmart, man. We gonna have to holler, bro. I was in Houston, bro. You know how many months ago that was? Then we talked again when I was in Vegas. So I gotta get you up on technology, my brother. Melly Mel, a real one. This dude Lasan, we'll see what the everybody else say, but from the few people I talked to, Lasan's another real one. So like I said, that's a testament to those two dudes' character and memories and history that complement each other. So that's a good thing. Anytime I see that, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. Makes me feel better about the platform and who I have on here. Um, but I'll tell y'all, one of my homeboys, Player, y'all remember Player? A lot of y'all probably wasn't even on the channel when Player did his little interview. Player wants to do a more serious, better interview. So we're gonna probably make that happen soon. I just want to discuss the specifics, like what is it specifically he wants to talk about? What possibly should we talk about that we didn't talk about the first time? And talk about more of what you guys want, because I know what you guys want. I always known what you guys want, but now I have a better understanding of who you guys like. You know what I mean? So that's even better for me. But um, I want you guys to know that Get Back videos don't ever stop. You know what I mean? You might not get an interview, but you still get the lives. You know what I'm saying? Melly Mel, my man said it's okay for you to admit you was a pyro, man. It's okay to admit you was under bartender leadership and wouldn't question whatever bartender laid down for you cats. But now for the person that had asked if Melly Mel had a number on Marcellus, I'm gonna go on record and say that Melly Mel told me, yeah, he got Marcellus' number. He talks to Marcellus all the time. So whoever wanted to know that, call Marcellus, and Marcellus should tell you the same thing. I know Melly Mel ain't gonna just throw that out there and just be making shit up, but and in fact, um, it's my understanding that he left a comment on one of the videos recently. I haven't seen it or don't know what name he commented on, but shout out to Marcellus for commenting on the platform and checking out the platform. TMC Lifestyle, good looking out. I've been checking you out lately, bro. All money. I've been checking you out, bro. You seem like a good cat. You seem like a good cat, bro. I seen you endorsing the channel. No, see, this is the thing. They can't go interview Player. See, that's the difference. See, the difference is my homeboy Player ain't gonna go do an interview with nobody else. So they could grab their microphone, their camera crew, their camera, and all that shit. Player ain't doing another interview with somebody else. Player is gonna do an interview with Kev Mac Video. So that's why I threw Player out there like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are free agents, players on the team, players in the starting lineup. You know what I mean? So I'm 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 comfortable. I'm comfortable with throwing players' name out there. Yeah, bartender. I mean, you always spoke your piece on bartender. You know what I'm saying? That's one of your childhood friends. I was just reading a comment, somebody teasing you and shit. Business is his topic, but more than that, I think you want to talk more about the money that was flowing in the early 80s when he caught his case. Okay, Melly Mel on record says he just got off the phone with Marcellus. So once again, for anybody questioning Melly Mel knowing Marcellus, um, there it is there. Southside Games, what up? Let's see. I'm late, but I'm down to win one of your leagues. I'm the maniac with the most football knowledge. Guarantee I win. If not, at least come in top three. Well, I plan to be in that top four, and that's just being modest. I expect to be around number two. I expect to be around second place. But that's the beauty of competition. The beauty is I want all of you guys to think you can win to join. Don't just join the free league. That's good, Lewis, that you reaching for the stars. You reaching for the moon as you should. I'm just being a realist because I'm not a fantasy football player, and so I may not be able to pull all the right strings to pull off a first place, but I definitely have enough knowledge, enough love and hate for individual players that I think I can draft a good football team. So there it is there. But yeah, we could do two, my brother. Damn, I'm over an hour already. See what happens when you're having fun? An hour just flew by that fast. Man, say all money. Good looking out, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, G Miller, Melly Mel, I appreciate y'all embracing the platform today. And anybody else, Jimmy Lavenders and Baby Crazos, 303 Life, Sean Williams, everybody that's super chat, Double S Gaines, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's keep this shit. I was gonna say moving forward, but you know y'all hit me with the politics, so let's keep it rolling forward and put some wheels on this thing, man. Let's soup this engine up, get this shit popping because the word is out. We know people talking, right? People talk. We know people talking, good or bad, but mostly good. We know people talking about the channel, the blue logo, the main channel with the videos. Politics, you know how y'all do it, man. Y'all always politicking on your boy. You know what I'm saying? My man say, what the fuck? Don't be so serious, bro. Don't be so serious. Loosen up, man, and enjoy this shit. Let me hit up Kel Mac videos. Let me see. See, it's empty. Let me see if I still know how to hit it. I probably don't. In fact, I don't even know what letters to use because letters to change so much. Ooh, this shit is so whack. Kel Mac video. You know, this is for show. Damn, I went to the new school. Oh, see what I'm saying? Kel Mac video. You know, this is for show. Hit ups are not better. Are now. Hit ups now are not better. I don't know. Them Chicanos can hit up. I love the way Chicanos hit up. You remember some of you OGs, y'all remember when you didn't cross out your B or your C? You would put B murder or Crip murder. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember? Like you didn't cross your letters out. And then people start crossing out letters and then multiple letters. Now it look like you crossing your own shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like you see something hit up. Be like, damn, why they crossing it? Like you see NHC. You'd be like, why they hit up NHC and cross out NHC in their own hood? You look closely. They just whacking the H out so much that they done went over the N and the C. Same with HCG. I went through Hoover Hood the other day. I'm like, damn, we in the heart of 107s. Why are they crossing out Hoovers in the heart of 107s? That liquor store over there off of Vermont. I think that's Vermont or is that Hoover? It might be Hoover. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked closely and I seen it was H with the C crossed out and a G. But the C was whacked out so hard, this looked like they whacked out the H and the G. So it's like, who the fuck whacking out Hoovers, Crips, and gangsters? But it was them extra on the C. But we didn't do that shit back then. And then we used to put a little line. Remember, you put a little small line through the B or a small line through the C. Like you wasn't even putting a whole X yet. You know what I'm saying? Or you would put a little tiny X in the middle of the C or the bottom of the B. Remember that shit? Before motherfuckers start whacking out the whole letter and putting emphasis on whacking out a letter. You remember that shit? And then Mexicans didn't even cross each other out. Like, y'all remember that shit? Chicanos didn't hit up their rival. Y'all remember that? Like, a F-13 wasn't going to write 18 on the wall and whack it out. That wasn't going to happen. And now they do. They, because we borrow from each other's culture. And the Chicanos got that from the blacks. So the Chicanos, because back in the day, this is a little bit of history. Chicanos felt like you was giving your enemy too much credit if you wrote their name on the wall. And they had so much pride that they wasn't going to write their enemies on the wall just to whack it out. But blacks took pride in that shit. Blacks like had so much hatred for each other. Yeah, I'm gonna put this hood and that hood on the wall and I'm gonna whack that shit out. Like you having fun just whacking it out. Like, like it really makes a difference. Like you really hurting them by like the letters would be nice and cool and calm, but the whack out was like extra out. Like you could tell by the end of the spray can, like where the can went and shit. And so a little bit of history for y'all. And then remember the 187, B187 with the UM or C187 with the UM. Remember the British Knights and all that old shit. What up? What up, homie? What up? Melly Mel. What you got to say about that, Melly Mel? I bet you didn't think about telling them all that shit, Melly Mel. Huh. Remember the 111s was the only one that used to put the UM after that shit. Remember that? 111. Remember that shit? Of course, man. Like I say, it's a lot of history I could tell. I could tell something like that because it's so vague and so memorable in my lifetime. But um, I don't want to overstep my boundaries and telling other. Look at this nigga. You need to get off the channel with that shit. Um, Matter of fact, do that shit again. But yep, that was like I/F/G or just I/F R/R/S/C. You're right. Yeah, people Compton Crip, remember C/C. Yep, I remember all that shit. I remember all that shit. We could talk about that shit all night too. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back on tonight for you late night chatters, for you late night dudes that's gonna be drunk and talking shit and thinking of some funny shit. I'm back up on here tonight, about 11:30 Pacific Coast time. What y'all say? What y'all think? Y'all want to talk about some old school graffiti? What else y'all want to talk about? You go get some moonshine. Y'all ought to go get me a little shot, my damn self. Wait, you didn't just delete somebody for saying he gonna go get some moonshine. Come on, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. Mo Black, what up? I skip work. I'll be on tonight for some with some crown. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What we gonna talk about? Y'all, I told somebody I was gonna talk about women and the toilet seat. Wouldn't that be a funny topic? What is it with women in that toilet seat? Like, how much time will it take you to just go like this to flip the toilet down and sit down? Like, what's the big deal about the toilet seat being up? Because if we leave it down and we piss on it, y'all really gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad if you're sitting on the toilet with piss on it. I mean, damn, that would be a good topic, right? Or is that too feminine for y'all? Y'all comfortable with your manhood? Who had the hottest lowrider? I don't know, man. There's a lot of hot lowriders in LA. You know what I'm saying? Um, but Gangster had one of the most known, most notorious lowriders. But everybody had hot lowriders. Me personally, my bias, I could say my own, even though it's probably something better. I mean, that was like the best car at the time, I thought, and everybody wanted to buy it. And then my brother, 63, was hot. I mean, if it was mine, I would have fixed his shit up way better than he had it. But that shit was hot. Like as far as hopping, his shit was hopping. Oh, it's cool 303 life shit. You paid your dues, bro. You ain't even got a trip. But what up, Eric Gayton? Did somebody just say, how about we all sit on it? Like, are you talking about like we all sit on the toilet? Like you some type of you have some type of sex change or something that makes you want to sit on the toilet seat? Kind of confusing. That's why tonight's gonna be off the chain. Go get y'all something to drink. I'm gonna check in 5 hours. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay strong. Much love to all the super chats and the loyalists. I appreciate you, maniacs, you Mac heads, Melly Mel, and everybody else. Y'all take it easy. Stay woke. Peace.